big fight against Joshua coming up. How do you think it's going to play out?
Man, my thing is this, man. I've never not disliked Dubois. You know, he's he's a cool guy, man. His team is all cool. I'm rooting for Dubois, but at the same time, I want to fight AJ. You know what I mean? Because we have that unfinished beef. Dubois, you know, clearly has a better chin than AJ. So I feel like it's going to come down to nutrition and who's going to have the better game plan. But I'm rooting for Dubois on this one.
A lot of people feel like you're the one who brought that personality out of Dubois. We saw him, you know, in the face-off with AJ.
Sometimes in life, you got to have that graduation level, you know? I helped him graduate. I help his balls drop a little bit. You know, I'm happy his big brother can do that for him. But we have unfinished business, and I got to get my licks back. But until then, you know, I wish him nothing but luck. Both fighters go in and come out safe, and we get it on after.
What's your prediction for the fight?
I think it's definitely going to be a knockout. Let's say Dubois, 9th round.
There are more words of Jarrell Big Baby Miller as he states that Dubois definitely has a better chin than Anthony Joshua. And let me counterpunch. I'm a believer. I think what happens with a lot of fighters when they get their ass whooped, regardless of how it happened, it happened. You know, do I believe Jarrell Miller ran out of gas? Yeah, but I still think he got his ass whooped. So, whichever way, these guys that get that respect, because he got respect from Danny Dubois. He thought he was just going to run over Danny Dubois. A couple decent combinations, just like he saw Usyk do, which weren't really decent. They were extraordinary based on the angles. But he thought, looking at Dubois, based on his last two fights, okay, Lanena and Usyk, that he was going to do the same thing with him. He's going to follow and repeat that same process. Therefore, all he had to do was land a couple times while not come in at 335 plus pounds. Right? Wrong. That did not happen. Danny Dubois came in there, thumping, ready, boxing, clinching, holding, break, repeat the process, taking a walk around the park. 1, 2, 3s, 1, 2, 3, 4s, 1, 2, 3s, 1, 2, 3, 4s, all night long. And he finally got the stoppage that nobody was able to do. And Jarrell saying that obviously Dubois has a better chin than AJ. That's a debate. We got to make a poll over that, including the link with this particular video about that subject, because that's a good question. Does Danny Dubois have a better chin than Anthony Joshua now, since Jarrell Miller claims that he does? Well, let me counterpunch Jarrell Miller for a second. Jarrell Miller's only get punched, honestly, by one fighter. The fighter that he fought, Danny Dubois, never fought Anthony Joshua. So how would he know what Anthony Joshua can do with his fists? What type of punching power can he generate with his fists? How does he know that? Counterpunch, he doesn't. Yes, I do agree they have unfinished business. Yes, I do think Anthony Joshua needs to go back to Madison Square Garden to redeem himself. Yes, I think Jarrell Miller should fight Danny Dubois once again. I think those fights should happen regardless of when it happens. They should happen because they're all, well, Jarrell and AJ are damn near the same age. They're like less than a year apart. Jarrell's a little bit older than AJ. I think they were born the same year, to be fair. I think it's 88, right? So, you know, Danny Dubois is the young kid. But I think he still needs a good training camp against Danny Dubois to fight Danny Dubois again to see how that rematch would go. Okay? And that would be a treat to see, you know. And boxing is crazy, so you don't never know what you're going to get. But I do think Jarrell Miller, based on how he feels about the chin of AJ versus the chin of Danny Dubois, thinks Danny Dubois is going to, you know, run away with it. Because I only think that because his dislike and his disdain for AJ is that high. Even though he states he wants to fight AJ, I do think he's a realistic person. And being a realistic-minded person he knows that more than likely AJ's not going to fight me unless I put myself in a position to fight AJ. Okay, based on the past. You know, so I think he's rooting for Danny Dubois. For one, he got his ass whooped by him. But for two, you know, he has a better chance because he's buttering up Danny Dubois, if you haven't noticed, to get that rematch. Oh, he's my little baby. I hope his nuts drop a little bit. I always like Danny Dubois. Those type of things. That's all marketing from a self-promoted fighter like Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller's doing that shit because he knows once Dubois fights, then he fights for the title. All the smoke clears and Jarrell keeps winning. He'll lobby for that rematch, and he will make Danny Dubois fight him because he damn near made Anthony Joshua fight him. So you know he can make Danny Dubois. He'll call him out and say, you know I was gassed out. You knew I was fat. You knew it was short notice. You know what I mean? I want my rematch. He'll show up at events like Shannon and Cannon with Vladimir Klitschko. He will do those things because he's done those things. That's what I love about him. Guys like Shannon and Cannon, guys like Jarrell Miller, all those Brooklyn or New Yorkers, right? They know how to talk shit. They know how to promote fights. They know how to get up under people's skin. They know how to do it. They know how to get it in. Okay? And I think Jarrell Miller is hoping that Danny Dubois beats Anthony Joshua, but I would have to disagree on that, and I will tell you why in my particular breakdown, which is not released yet. Of course, you guys tell me what you think of Jarrell Miller's prediction. Please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!